What's up? Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us live. We're back with the weekly Xbox Beast Fire. It's Tim Dog, or it's Tim Dog podcast. I got a few topics we're going to discuss today. I got the usual suspects: Dealer, Joseph, T Reaper, Kano, myself, and I got someone supposed to be joining. I got to get the party started. So the main topic and the issue here is I'm gonna ask you guys this question. Give everyone a chance to answer. Do you think that Kano, mute your mic. Do you think that Microsoft can hold their own this holiday season, facing the Nintendo NX and quote unquote the PlayStation 4 Neo? Do you think that they ever hold their own? And start when you dealer.
Yeah. Of course I can.
Kano, mute your mic, Kano. I'm sorry, you got it.
We good to go?
Yeah, we good.
Right. Yeah. It depends on what they announce, right? So we already know that they're working. That AMD is working on some kind of chipset for the next Xbox or Slim. We don't know if it's more powerful or any different aside from the side and power usage, but hopefully they come out with something to compete with both NX and Neo. But if not, they're in their own realm, and I'm sure that they've got something good for us for staying with Xbox.
Oh yeah, I understand. So you think they'll be able to hold on? What I mean by hold their own, um, and get new customers. Not
No,
just.
no, 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 no. They're just gonna have to hold on. If they don't come out with something to compete, they're just holding on at this point until they get their shit out.
Okay, here. Let me tweak the question a little bit. Do you think? I'm of the mindset that even though I know Microsoft's new console is not going to come out this year, according to this memo was given that this Taiwanese company that's making a chip on a 10 nanometer die, whatever. Make a long story short, that this chip for this console is coming out next year. But do you think that they have to at least show their console at this year's E3?
I don't know, man. I mean, this has never happened before. So I'm just like you, motherfuckers. I have no clue what's going on, and I'm really excited to find out.
All right, okay. Well, Joseph, what do you think? You think Microsoft did hold their own this holiday
I
season?
think they can definitely hold their own if they do
Okay.
a few things.
All right.
Make sure Gears of War is for the whole holiday season and maybe for a whole 1 year. Gears of War is on the Xbox One and not anything else.
Okay. Good point. Good point. Good point.
And the second thing is, I feel like they should show like a Neo Xbox if they're gonna call it whatever they call it,
Mm-hmm.
like to help sell more consoles. And if they can do this, I would say if they're gonna do it, they're probably gonna do it before the press conference of E3. They're probably gonna do it like maybe the 12th. Show it after, and then they can show more good stuff to make
Mm-hmm.
people get more excited. Um, if they can do those two big things, like make sure Gears of War is only on Xbox One,
Okay.
they got a really good chance of really picking up a lot of sales for the Xbox One in general.
So you think Gears of War 4 is going to be?
I think Gears of War 4 is going to be the best holiday seller of this year.
Okay.
Easily.
All right. T. Reaver, what do you think? Microsoft can hold their own this holiday season?
I think it really depends on their presentation at E3. I think it really depends on how they pull in their consumer, especially with that, that special announcement. They really got to wow their consumer at E3 to, basically pull, their holiday season, wow, we got to go buy this system. It's really pulling us in.
So what about? How should I say this? Do you think they should at least show what they're working on this year's E3 to keep
I,
Xbox fans
I, I,
excited?
I think they should. I think they should reveal, their special guns this E3. Yes, I think they really should show the consumer that that they are still invested in keeping, Xbox going and keeping, their consumers' best interest in the back of their heads.
All right. Kano, do you think Microsoft can hold their own this holiday season? You there? Guess not. Anyway, me myself here. Here's the thing.
I think he's eating. I remember he said he was hungry.
Okay, don't worry about it. Me myself and Irene, I think here I'm from the mindset of just like Dealer said, they're in a very very peculiar situation. Um, can they hold their own? I mean, they're going to be fighting off Nintendo and Sony. That's actually Microsoft has never been in this position before, where you have the big two of the big three showing off new hardware at this E3, and so we don't know what Microsoft is doing. They do have two things that they're working on. Slim, but I don't think the Slim is going to get you talking about with the same specs, unless it has a 4K Blu-ray player in it or something. But it's like I said, to keep their Xbox fans happy, let the gamer know, or the Xbox fan, that they're heavily invested into the Xbox. Because like I said, just be honest, Xbox fan this generation has been beat up, booted and bashed. Just being real. We gotten an ass whooped this goddamn generation. But I say that to say this. But again, I don't know if by them showing off new hardware may hurt the sales of the Xbox this generation, because to say, I'm not gonna buy the Xbox One. I'm gonna wait for the quote unquote Xbox Fire, whatever.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Just give me 1 second. I don't even, like I said, we're gonna wait for the Xbox Beast Fire. So like I said, they are in a peculiar situation. You know what I mean? So like, I want them to show something new, and I'm excited. Because I'm an Xbox dude. Like, what are you guys working on? Stop being so goddamn tight-lipped. Give us some leaks, give us some slips. Trust me, all these leaks and slips that's been coming out, this stuff was well, executed by Sony. Just being real. You know what I mean? Like they the one did this. So like I said, too. I don't know. Like, they got Nintendo with the NX. You got the PS4 Neo over here. All I'm thinking is that, could you imagine what's going to happen with Digital Foundry? They're going to be showing the regular Xbox One version compared to the Neo version compared to the NX. Like, it's going to be a crazy year. Like,
there'll be no comparison. There'll be no need for them to do demonstration videos, because if that's the case, they're just going to mess up the sales even more for Xbox.
Well, of course, Digital Foundry will be all of that shit.
If they're going to do it, they're going to look like assholes even more.
Well, I mean, they don't care. I mean, that's been the thing every week. I mean, they even showed the PC version compared to the goddamn Xbox One version. That's what the Digital Foundry does. But, the fanboys get behind it. It is what it is. So, Kane, I'm going to ask you the same. We didn't hear the question. The question was asked on the panel here. Do you think Microsoft can hold their own this holiday season going up against the Neo and the Nintendo NX?
Hell yeah, they can hold their own. Reason why is because they have a lot of new IPs that they haven't even announced yet.
Good point.
Believe it or not, this E3, you know what I'm saying, they're going to show a lot of new games that's very innovative, and, you know what I'm saying, I know they're going to have free-to-play, first-person shooters, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, but we're going to have a lot of new IPs that's going to be real innovative and real exciting for the fans to play. So at the end of the day, yeah, they're going to hold their own. They might show some with the Xbox Slim, that's rumors that have been going around, you know what I'm saying, might show some that's upgradable, stuff like that. So, yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I also forgot to implement that. Ever since Microsoft lost the rights to Call of Duty and all the DLC that gets it first, Ubisoft went in cahoots with Microsoft, as you know, like a Division coming with all the DLC first, and there's also 2 more games supposedly, like Ghost Recon Wildlands. So if anything, you see a lot of DLC going to them first, and if not this holiday season, next holiday season, Microsoft can still make a bundle for Ghost Recon and another,
That's really nuts to know when you think about Neo, and, people are going to play Neo version.
Hey, Kano, mute your mic. You got a lot of feedback, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to, hold on, man.
Just mute your mic, that's all.
But you look at a game like Ghost Recon, and you see, like, it's based on online abilities, strong.
That's true, man, but people don't know. That's like listening to a shitty little pair of Sony headphones from Walmart. You don't know what these Audio Technicas are capable of. You don't know what you're missing out on for most people. They don't have an Xbox. They don't understand what they're missing out on. They actually think PSN's better. Some of these guys they're crack babies. Okay, so it doesn't matter because they don't know any better. So that's not going to stop them. They're going to go for the extra, 30 frames and better textures and lighting and 1080p with the Neo. And I don't blame them. So Microsoft definitely need to respond.
They do.
Oh, I mean, like I say,
it's gonna happen.
It's crazy. I see some Xbox. Well, I don't want a new console. I don't know. People, I don't get it.
People don't want a new console.
People. I don't know.
Like, I just got one yesterday. Well, fuck, you should.
Well, if you can't afford your habit, then don't start the habit in the first place. And if you can't,
spending your money, you're not going to get a good one.
Go into your piggy bank, then just shut the fuck up and basically don't buy shit.
Oh man, he's like Don Matrix.
Well, I mean, some people they save up for it, or they do this to get it. They want to do it, but it's just not financially the right idea at the moment. I get it, but at the same time, you can't complain when it's been 3 or 4 years. When the original Xbox only lasted 4 years. People were glad to upgrade it to 360. So
it was only that long, really? The original Xbox?
Yeah, it was 2001 to 2004.
So much Halo, I couldn't even imagine. You're right, probably.
But not so much that with people, I guess, new gamers, they think what happened last generation is normal. Actually, what happened last generation actually hurt the console industry because I keep saying this, and a lot of people don't understand this. When the 360 and the PS3 came out, they had the top of the line technology for that time. You know what I mean? That 9 years they were out, 8 years they were there, on the market without any new hardware. Consoles would never catch PC again. You know what I mean? Never.
And two, technology has started ever since 2007, man. Technology has advanced so much faster. It is literally impossible. We
also have to take in consideration the reason why it took Sony and Microsoft so long to make a next generation console. Well, for one, there was, I don't know if you guys were following this one, but I was, the format war for Blu-ray and HD DVD. That lasted about 2 years. That lasted about 2 years or 3 years, and in the fact, Microsoft was going with HD DVD, Sony was going for Blu-ray, and then over that, what happened? You had the iPhone in 2007. That really messed up the market. Everyone thought that console gaming was dead. We're going to move into tablets and everything, that really slowed the process down of really.
I was talking to somebody. I can't say any names, but somebody within the loop on Microsoft, even talking about the format war. Microsoft didn't fully back HD DVD they didn't get fully,
they signed an agreement with Toshiba.
They just offered an HD DVD.
Yeah, they didn't get fully behind it because
Toshiba helped them out.
Yeah, but see what it is, Microsoft wanted, even with the 3 to be digital. You understand what I'm saying? They've been talking about, formats, dying, physical format since the OG Xbox. They've been talking about this digital. Bill Gates been talking about the digital format, for years. You know what I mean? So they didn't really get behind, HD like, with Sony, of course, they knees deep in it. But but what happened was they lost so much money with the Red Ring of Death, and Sony so much money on Blu-ray and with the whole 3D thing. It didn't take off for them. So they lost a lot of money last generation. You know what I mean? And they let it last as long as they could. They tried to recoup some of the money they lost. So they thought Blu-ray, DVD was going to really take off. They thought that this
It did in the beginning. In the beginning, it was like, what the hell is this?
Well, it's not even so much that it did. You got to realize when it released, only 1% of the population had HD DVDs.
Yeah. And no one had HD TVs.
It wasn't a cable switched from analog to digital, and then they stopped selling fatback TVs in Walmart and shit. Then it forced the public to at least get 720p TVs, you know what I mean? But
I think people realized when DVDs started coming with Blu-rays, that's when they realized, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's still. But you ask my grandmother, like she get some little. She doesn't get a movie on DVD. It's $20, or I'm gonna spend $30 to get a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Give me my fucking DVD for $10. You know what I mean? So that's the issue.
At the time, yeah. Now it's
even
different.
still to this day, most people say, you know what, fuck that. I'm not gonna spend $30 on. I really can't tell the difference.
Well, I got Star Wars. I got Star Wars for $20. It came with a DVD and a digital copy for $20
but that's why
less.
Now the Blu-rays are much cheaper than they were 3-4 years ago.
Hell of a lot.
Blu-rays are still around $25. I bought the full.
It depends what you get.
25.
It depends if you get the Steelbook. That was a different way, but.
Well, I got the normal ass one that came with a Blu-ray, a DVD, and a digital copy. It's $25.
Yeah.
That's the only one they offered. So on average, they're about $25 now.
Yeah, I think DVD should be $10 and Blu-ray should be $20. Period.
I think DVD will be gone in 5 more years, not even 3 more years.
I don't think that DVD format is going anywhere anytime soon.
Digital HD is taking it over, bro.
I know. I'm just saying, but still,
taking it over. It's crazy.
Here's the thing: you got still the 360. So how many billions of goddamn DVDs last? It was dual layer DVD for their format for the 360.
At that time, DVD wasn't really a bad market. It came out in 1997 DVD, maybe even before that. You know, I mean, it was there for a while. Inflation picked up. People were like, "Oh, DVDs. Let's use it for 360. They're more affordable. We have thousands of them. You know, people can make them for us." And
well, the reason they use them for the 360 is because they didn't have Blu-ray drives. Microsoft.
Yeah, and they weren't really. That was a big leap for Sony. That's like almost a $2 billion leap that Sony had to spend out of their pocket. That was a lot of money to like endorse Blu-ray. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of Sony fanboys think Sony owns Blu-ray. That's
don't.
Not the case.
It's
they
Blu-ray disc distributors.
Yeah, they helped. They invested in Blu-ray with a lot of other companies. Panasonic.
It's a group. It's a group of all the movie companies, all the Blu-ray companies. They all come together, and it's like a stock market for them. If stock does good in Blu-ray, then everyone wins. If stock does bad, then everyone loses. You know what I mean?
All right, let me ask you a question, dealer, because I don't have much long with you, so I'm going to give as much as you can. I can't. You said you're not going to be here long. Let me ask you a question, dealer. This holiday season, back to this holiday season, because this is a very, very critical moment for Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Now, I'm going to flip the script. Now, let me ask you a question. Besides, I know that you're an Xbox dude, all right? If you had to get another console besides, do you have a PlayStation 4 now, or are you just strictly Xbox?
No, I don't have a PS4 right now.
So, let me ask you a question. Are you looking to get a PS4 Neo or Nintendo X this holiday season?
No, I got a PC. I mean, if it comes down to it, like I said last time, I'd rather game on my PC, which is, still.
Let me flip the script. Let me flip the script. What will Nintendo have to offer you or show you to make you want to plop down and buy your Nintendo NX? Let me flip it.
Well, I never really thought about that.
What would they have
to be free? Probably.
Gamer. What would they have to, entice you to get you to buy a Nintendo NX?
Fuck. I don't know, man. It's like.
Is that bad?
It's like saying, what would a crackhead have to do to get you to smoke some crack?
Let me doll it up for you.
Can I answer that one?
Yeah. Oh, no, let me get Dylan for 1 second, man, because he's not gonna be here long. Let me doll this up for you, okay? You're gonna have great third-party support, okay? You're gonna have at least the basic online features like voice mandatory in every game, game invites mandatory for every game.
You're not gonna link all the licenses to the console anymore.
No, that screwed me over with the goddamn Wii U. Like I said, my tablet was fucked up, and I spent like $60 on a couple of digital games. Never got my money back. It was a bunch of bullshit. But it got the basic things, as far as online and great third-party support and multi-plats look fabulous on this goddamn Nintendo NX. Would that be enough to get you to buy a Nintendo NX? Are you big on Nintendo IPs, whether it's Zelda, Mario, anything like that?
I'm just an Xbox guy, man. I mean, I jump right on
the Xbox console, dude, bro.
I would
fucking dude, bro.
There's so many guys that are dude bros this generation. No, I would just, if it came down to it and Xbox said, fuck it, we're going to wait a couple years, I would play on the X1 and game on the PC. But console's always the first choice, so obviously Xbox One. I just waited out because I know that Microsoft is coming up with something that's modular, most likely, that I don't have to buy a new box every
day. Hey, listen, Dylan, you lost your 2 front teeth, Tooth Fairy left $500 under your goddamn pillow. They left $500 under your goddamn pillow. And you know what? You took care of your Xbox needs. You took care of your Xbox. You took care of your Xbox needs. So you got your gears. You got your Forza Horizon 3. You got an extra $500. You wanted the fucking shooting dice. So you know what? I'm gonna fucking splurge on myself. Would you? So there's still nothing that Nintendo can offer you.
I would buy a new GPU for my PC before I bought an NX.
All right. Okay.
To answer your question, I would buy two new front teeth for $500 if I could.
So okay. All right. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to you, Joseph. What would Nintendo have to offer you to get you to go out and buy a Nintendo NX?
Well, back in the day when they showed the Wii U and they showed the power of what it could do, and people were like, "Oh, this is amazing." They showed a Zelda game, and that Zelda had been in and out of press shows and all that, and then it just disappeared. So that Zelda, I would like to see on the new NX. There's rumors that it's going to be a launch title. It might not. It's going to happen. They'll show it at E3 this year. So if they could really implement a new Zelda, and release that on launch day. And also the controller. We saw rumors about what the controller could look like, a screen, but then someone said that was a fake version of it. So I'm like, I just wish Nintendo would come back to their roots and just give us a normal controller and call it a day. Just a console that plays cool Nintendo games and just go back to where it was back in like the 90s or even like the GameCube to like N64 era, but with better, unbelievable graphics. You know, so we'll see. Could they sell me on one? Probably. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Hello? Did
Where
I
did,
did
where
I
did-
leave?
where did everybody go?
I have
Everybody's
no
muted.
idea.
Well, next gen is
Everyone muted.
the hell.
Yeah, that's what happens when you use Google Hangouts.
Well, I think Dealer muted himself on purpose.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No,
What happened? Where did I go?
My Mac just froze. I don't know what the hell happened. I thought I got booted out again. You know what I mean? So
Let me restart that.
no. As long as the audience heard it, it's not for me. As long as people.
I don't even know if anyone heard it. We'll
Yeah,
find
No,
out.
I heard what you said.
Yeah, everyone heard what
okay.
you said. So I'm gonna go down to T Reaper. What could Nintendo and X offer you to get you to maybe buy their console this holiday season?
Get rid of Mario.
Oh shit!
That'll never happen.
Oh shit!
That'll never happen.
No, so I'm sure you got an extra.
I'm kidding.
You got an extra five.
You know what? I would like to see less Mario and more Luigi.
No,
That would be cool.
that was a joke. No, I'm with Dealer, man. I would game on PC before I bought a Nintendo.
But you got an extra $500. You know what I mean? You know what? Fine, fuck it. Since there's nothing that Jesus Christ, you guys are a hard crowd to sell.
Well, think about it.
Yo,
Like,
an extra
like you
$100
said,
would buy you a Titan.
A lot of those IPs on the Nintendo side, I just haven't played.
I mean, maybe
Youngest
maybe if Nintendo came out with a multiplayer network to rival the Xbox Live and PSN, maybe it would like make me like convince me to buy one. But I've never been. Last time I played a Nintendo was Nintendo 64, like over 20 years ago.
That's bad.
It
must have been like
Let me go down to Kano. Hey, Kano, you back with us?
Yeah, my
Again?
bad, y'all. I apologize for the
That's cool.
technical difficulty.
It's cool. It's cool. Let me ask you a question. You got an extra $500. You took care of all of your Xbox gaming needs. You got your Forza Horizon. You got your Gears. You got whatever Microsoft had to offer this holiday season. You got it. You're up to snuff.
Right.
You got an extra $500. You won shooting dice in the back of the church Sunday. All right. Boom.
Right.
What could Nintendo offer you or entice you to get you to buy the Nintendo X this holiday season?
Get rid of the kiddie-fied games and bring back some hardcore games.
Like, what? Give me an example.
Like what? Bring back some of them rated M games that they had. They had like games like Clay Fighters back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Put Mortal Kombat back on
or
Nintendo.
Turok. They had Turok. That shit was.
Turok. They bring back Street Fighter for Nintendo.
Rampage would be nice.
Rampage, all that. You know what I'm saying? They need to
Rampage
bring
would be
back.
nice.
They need to dedicate a lot of the games to the hardcore gamers. You know what I'm saying?
All right. All right, let me flip the question now.
Okay.
That's why I got you here. That same $500. You took care of your Xbox need. What could Sony do to get you? Do you have a PlayStation 4?
I got rid of it.
Oh, you motherfuckers are straight Xbox. So look, what could Sony get to entice you to get you to buy the PlayStation 4 Neo? Kano, you still got the 4, Kano? Yeah, Kano.
Say it again.
You still got the 4, yeah. What does Sony got to do to get you to buy the PlayStation 4 Neo?
Bring back some AAA games like Cypher Filter and SOCOM and all that. Because right now they looking pitiful with all these indies right now. Nobody want to play all the indies, man. Bring back some AAAs that people love instead of investing on stupidityness like the VR and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody I really do not like VR. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to walk around looking like Stevie Wonder blinded and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right.
That's basically my point, you know what I'm saying? Bring back some AAAs, man. People, they said God of War 4 is like in development and stuff like that. And then The Last of Us and all that, man. Like bring back some real AAAs that everybody enjoys instead of investing in VR And you know what I'm saying? I don't even think they should come out with the 4K PS4 because, or same thing with the Xbox. I don't think they should do no upgradable stuff because you know what I'm saying? They should really just invest in more games to where people can actually play it instead of just investing in more hardware. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what, Kano? In a perfect world, you're right. But this generation, it's been all about power. It's been all about resolution.
Oh yeah.
It's all been about pixel counting. So
Yeah.
sad to say, you know what I mean? And to be honest, these consoles were, you know, extremely underpowered when they launched. It wasn't a big step up like, you know, that we like this is the only generation, to be honest with you, we didn't really get a big step push forward in technology. Look at the leap from the 360, from the OG Xbox to the 360 or from the PS2 to the PS3. We didn't get that. I mean, at least, you know, we didn't get that same. You know, I mean, you had
technically, we got more power than last time. It's just that we went from standard definition to HD. You cannot, you know, there's a massive difference there.
At the end of the day,
720p with HDMI cables.
at the end of the day, though.
Hold on, let me get. Are you finished with your answer, Kano?
Nah, I had a little bit more to it though, but what you said though, it is a valid point. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like people that bought the PS4, also they not going on. Technically they might, you know what I'm saying? They might want to pay like an extra $400, you know, to get the PS4K. It just depends on the price. But it might make people angry, including developers. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Sony gonna do what they want to do regardless. You know what I'm saying? To try to make some money off of anything because you know nowadays they ain't got money like that. You know what I'm saying? And you already know Microsoft is like the third biggest company in the world that got the money. So you know what I'm saying? They trying to do everything in their power to actually make money because at the end of the day, it's about marketing and it's about money.
All right. Yeah, Dylan. I'm sorry. Get Dylan. Dylan, you wanna answer that? Dylan.
Say what?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna go to you. You know what I mean? What does Sony have to offer? I mean, you don't have long, so. What does Sony have to offer you to get you to invest in the Neo?
That 4.2 teraflops would be nice. That would be very nice. That's like a lot of PC gamers don't even realize that's stronger than the card they probably have.
Oh, you're talking about far as the PS Neo?
Oh, yeah,
that's a big boost.
4.2 teraflops. Yeah, that's quite a bit stronger than 970. So it's definitely a massive step up. And if anybody bitches about power of 4.2 teraflops, they got a problem because you're getting better looking games than you have now at least 1080p and 60 frames a second. So I think that if they came out with that and Microsoft responded with something similar, it would be amazing. But I would just wait. Because there's nothing on the PlayStation that I want to play.
No God of Wars, no.
I like God of War 3, but Ascension sucked. And
Ascension sucked.
Yeah, I didn't like Ascension, and I'd have to see God of War 4. But from the screenshots, I don't know what to do with that. It looks like they might be going back to basics, which could be good. But Uncharted 4 looks great. I like how that game looks. But as you guys know, I'm a fan of 1 and 2. 3 sucked. But we'll see how that game turns out as well.
All right, Joseph, what are your thoughts?
I truthfully feel like I agree with Kano. Like I feel like Sony, if they implement a new console and all that, I feel like they're wasting their time more giving us better games. Like I would love to see Twisted Metal come back or a new Spyro, maybe even just a new IP. You know, something that's gonna really get me going. Besides wanting to pick up Uncharted 4, you know, or some of the remasters that I haven't played. You know, to me, it's just. It feels like they're just talking more about sales, talking more about hardware, and they show all this thing for VR, and then it's like, well, where's the games? Where's the really good sellers? That's what's going to involve this generation. That's what's going to make people buy these consoles. Not really the sales of the consoles, the games. You know.
Well, I mean, look at the PS4 now, though. No games selling. So I mean.
People have multiplats. Like if people think multiplats are a seller for you picking up a PS4 or an Xbox One, that's all you play. That's fine, but it's not going to judge me to go out and say if they come out with a Neo because it plays at 60 frames and buying it on multiplat or whatever and it plays 60 frames. I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do that. I buy a PS4 or an Xbox One for mostly for all their games, but for their mostly Sony's exclusives. On both sides, you know, that's the biggest reason why I game. in general.
This is the kicker though. This is the one key thing that really gets me kind of heated about Sony is like how like at E3 or the Paris Games Week and the PlayStation Experience they show trailers to these games but don't give out a date. Don't show any CGIs if y'all don't really have a date for it. Then showing the same thing over and over and over, and then you tease something like Crash Bandicoot. And y'all still don't have a date or CGI, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna try to show something, at least give it a date, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're reaching further and further into the future to seem like they have something now. That's why they do that.
It's just a shame though at half the time because you build the fans' hopes up and then you build it back down.
I truthfully feel like Sony never needed a motto called "Greatness Awaits" to entertain the world. You know, they just made a game. And it came out there, and it made people want more. You know, we never waited for something. We never waited for some guy to come on stage and say, "Oh, but we can have developed the PS4 and make games faster than they were on PS2 or PS1 or even PS3." We didn't care about that. We cared about the games. What are you going to give us to make us buy this console? You know, and today I just feel like people are just buying PS4 because it's selling the best. It's supposedly the best, you know, and people are playing multiplats. Oh, and you can get online for $10 less than Xbox Live or some shit, you know. But at the end of the day, people say they're the same things. But at the end of the day, if that was the case, then why are they still talking about resolution?
It's because people are more performance oriented than ever.
Yeah.
I think half these people in this world don't even know what resolution even means. Let alone
they're idiots who think it's graphics.
And people always think resolution is graphics. No, it's not. It's a different beast.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let's be honest here. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Sony has took Donnie, my man Disco Donnie D took a page out of his play. They have the better version of the multiplats. That's the consensus of what's going on. The same thing what made the 360 so successful last generation, that it had the better performing of the multiplats. And to be honest, multiplats ruled. What I mean by that, you get exclusives every 4 months, you get multiplats every Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying? So when you go to the store, it's been, and it's right, 1080p is a very old format. But again, this is, like I said, all of Microsoft's wounds this generation have been self-inflicted. You know what I mean? They have.
True.
Yeah,
they have.
You sacrifice the specs of your sit-here console to include a peripheral that nobody wanted. And then when you enforced that peripheral down people's throat, you didn't have any software to support it.
I agree. A couple of days ago, I was talking to Mooch on Xbox, and we were talking about E3 is like the biggest. It's like the Oscars for gaming, It's your moment to shine and really spit out what you're gonna do. And Microsoft, they blew the game, They blew it, They came out with if they gave a choice to come out with a Connect with an Xbox and then a connectless Xbox, and maybe gave a 500 gigabyte Xbox and then a terabyte one that came with the Xbox Connect, and gave like maybe a $400 price, then a $550 price, and then that would have been maybe better.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that, and it is what it is. We have to deal with that, And the fact that people are still talking about it now, I mean, we're 3 years into this bitch, and people are still talking about it.
It's a perception is everything. It's not going anywhere. We can.
Oh yeah.
And talk about it till the cows go home. But hold on 1 second. Hey Reaper, T Reaper, you there?
Yeah, I am.
Did I get your Sony answer or no?
No, you didn't get my Sony.
We need your thoughts on Sony.
Okay. Well, first of all, resolution doesn't mean shit to me. Okay. And you have to, the only reason, like Joseph and like Kano, I'm more of an exclusive for Sony, and the two of the exclusives that I love Sony for are now multiplats. That would be Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. So those two reasons, those two reasons went straight out the window. Now to have me go buy a new PlayStation, one, you'd have to impress me with something other than your indie Library of Congress, because to me that doesn't sway me whatsoever. And you have all those ponies saying, oh, we have the variety, you have the variety. I don't consider a Library of Indie Congress a variety of games. If you had a variety of AAAs, then yeah, sure, or a variety of non-remakes, then yeah, sure. But if you really want to, wow me, then you have to wow me off that God of War, because that's the only.
I agree.
That's the only that's the only God of War. That's the only exclusive left that you could possibly,
Yeah.
But that's a reach.
I doubt it. If they
yeah,
show it, they only showed it because they really listen to the fans.
Yeah, but you gotta impress. You
It's
gotta
very
impress me
rare
other
Sony
than that
listens to their
library.
fans.
Yeah, I don't count that library.
People
So
always think that Sony listens to the fans because of when Xbox was coming out, the $3.99 price, and we play used games. No, they just listen to you guys because they wanted your money. That's the only reason why.
Besides, they don't help when everything goes bad.
And them motherfuckers wasn't gonna do used games either, too. So
Like I don't even buy used games. Half the time I get my shit for free.
You know,
Gotta
you know what?
don't
You're
worry
right.
about
They changed their model once see the backlash that Microsoft got. But this is what we don't understand again. And I've been saying this for the last 3 years now. For gaming to move forward for us console gamers, like I said, games are becoming more expensive. And I'm not trying to say that I'm some bleeding heart for developers, but this is something that the developers ask for. It's a problem when you have developers like the guys
buy
that
their
created-
fucking games.
yeah, but Murder Soul Suspects, the guys that created Murder Soul Suspects, they released that game on a Tuesday, and their doors were closed by Friday. You know what I mean? It's a problem. So not only is Activision competing against EA or Ubisoft, they also competing against the motherfucker that's selling this shit. On GameStop, you're gonna go in the store. You got the new Assassin's Creed. GameStop is gonna offer you that same said product for $55, right?
Yeah.
So and Ubisoft is selling it brand new for $60, right? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna get a $5 cut, but guess what? You just gave that $55 to GameStop. That
GameStop.
money is not going back into the gaming
No.
industry.
It's,
You understand what I'm saying?
making them broke.
Yeah. So EA lost a sale. Ubisoft was the only one that came up with that shit was GameStop, and here they gave me, John Winfinkle, they only gave me $14 for the game to turn around and sell it for $55.
It's
With this thing that
ridiculous.
Microsoft had in place, it forced GameStop to give the developers a piece of that used game sale. I didn't see it. It wasn't that you couldn't trade in used games or anything. It's that when you did, that GameStop was forced to give back the developers a cut. I didn't have a problem with that whatsoever. I don't really buy used games, but I thought that was fucking dope.
I didn't have a problem with the DRM because I don't trade in my games.
Well, hey, DRM has been around since.
And it's been on PC games for like ever. It still happens.
I mean, if you don't think the PlayStation 4 has DRM, you're fucking highly mistaken. Anything you buy
No one has
digitally
it.
is digital rights management.
And
That's,
all this internet, you need mandatory internet. To play the Division, you need internet.
you know what?
You know?
Again, it's not, and I am a firm believer in this. It's not what you do. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. Microsoft's message was
He didn't
wrong.
say it right. Exactly. I
You know,
100% agree with you.
And you know what? They should have told us the benefits of being always online, or like I said, who buys a next generation console
I
that's
felt.
not online?
I agree with you. I felt like before Xbox One was going to get announced, I feel like over the years they should have gave us little bits and pieces, like hints, but like come out and say, okay, well this is what we got on the table, and they should have put polls on that belief it down below and let people vote, like should we do this, should we do that, but don't force us on it, like.
Okay, you want to add something? Add what you gonna say to that, Dylan? Good. Dylan?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I was thinking something. I didn't say anything. I was actually thinking to myself that I don't think it was. The problem was that they tried it this generation. I mean, console gamers just are not ready for that shit, And I think that they tried it, they took the move, and now they're paying the price. And like I said before in a previous podcast, this is good that all of this has happened because Microsoft needed to be humble, in my opinion. Of course, they've never been more compliant. Their customer satisfaction's never been higher. They're just doing such a great job, and they're giving us all this fan service. And it's all because of this. They needed to get their asses kicked, and every third console apparently sucks. And, not that this thing sucks, but it's perceived as being inferior, and you know what? I think it just made Microsoft better, and I think that they're going to be better next generation as a result.
All right, we're going to close the podcast with this last question here. Next generation, do you think that the public will have a problem with some of the ideas that Microsoft wanted to implement this generation? Do you think there will be such a big pushback come next year, whether it be always online? Do you think there would be a big public pushback, if Microsoft or Sony or even Nintendo decided to go in that direction? Dealer, let me get your thoughts.
I don't think Microsoft will try it again. I think next generation they're going to just go hardcore balls to the wall for the gamer, none of the bullshit. And maybe towards the middle of the generation, they'll start maybe playing around with it. But I think they're going to play it safe, give us the most power they possibly can per dollar, maybe even take a loss like they really should to get the best hardware out there possible. And I don't think we're really going to have to deal with the DRM with physical discs next generation. Though a lot of people think we will, I think they'll still be around. I think Microsoft will definitely play it safe because of this generation with discs.
Yeah. Okay. Joseph, let me add to that. Do you think that it would be a big public pushback if Microsoft said, you know what, our next console will be always online, or some of the ideas they had for this generation that they scrapped? Do you think it would be a big?
I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think the next Xbox that we get is gonna be like Dealer said, the most powerful Xbox I think and console we've ever seen on the market ever. And that being said, they are going to have to take a little bit of cake on the parts and the specs of it. I mean, there's rumors that this thing could have 4.0 gigahertz processor, 12, 16 cores, whatever the hell it may be, 16 gigabytes of RAM. But if it's going to be powerful and it can make at least 1080p 60 frames or 4K gaming, bring us into the native gaming aspect ratio, then yeah, I would absolutely spend. My most dollar I'd probably spend is probably $700. I would spend a good $700 on a really powerful. I'm talking powerful Xbox, and not everyone will do it. But for me, I don't think they're going to talk about the Kinect. I think voice controls, all that stuff is not going to happen. They're going to stick to the roots of what people really want, just to game, and that's it.
All right. T. Reaper, your thoughts. Do you think there'd be a pushback if Microsoft decided to implement some of the things they had this generation?
Well, unlike the beginning, the 2013, I think it's really how they present it to the public. I think they have to, I think they should come off, I think they should come off correctly this time and not scare the consumer or the masses away because of some indiscretion that someone announces and basically has the consumer misunderstand what their intentions were for this generation. So as long as they present it to the public and it's perceived as Microsoft's best interest, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
All right. Kano, let me get your thoughts, Kano.
I'm honestly say this. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that made the statements that they made just now, I agree with everybody. But with the next Xbox, I think they're gonna build the Kinect like a new type of center situation within the console. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have big gigahertz RAMs, everything, and it's gonna be the most powerful console ever. Price range that I'm looking at, it might be like $400, $500, just like kind of how the Xbox One is. But what I think about this generation is they're going to try to continue to build enough fans to gain their trust back to the point when the next console comes out, more people's going to buy it and they're going to look at the next PlayStation like, PlayStation who? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I definitely would agree with what everybody actually said.
All right. Well, here's my thoughts. I'm sorry. Here's my thoughts on the whole situation before we get the hell out of here. I don't think that it will be that big of a pushback because we've gotten our feet wet, you know what I mean? We're buying, I won't say it's 50-50, but more and more people are buying games digitally now, you know what I mean? As far as the always online, Microsoft has to show the benefits of the cloud. Just being honest, either put up or shut up, and if Microsoft wants this cloud or whatever the case to be successful, they have to quarterback it now. Every exclusive that Microsoft has going forward at the crackdown should use some parts of the fucking cloud. You know what I mean? They have to quarterback this. And if they're saying the cloud makes the Xbox One 25% more powerful, whatever the goddamn case may be, Microsoft has to quarterback this shit right now going forward. You know what I mean? See, like I said, their messaging this generation has been horrible. First they came out and said that the cloud will make the Xbox 36 times more powerful, the most powerful cloud. Then they come out and say, you know what? The cloud is for everybody. Sony can use the cloud. Like, their messaging has been so fucked up. Like I said, all of Microsoft wounds have been self-inflicted this generation. Just being real, you know what I mean? Even down to the Windows games on Windows shit. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? It seems like everything that Microsoft does, even like with the Quantum Break. You know what I mean? I understand. Like I said, Microsoft's all about $1. That's all they give a fuck about is making the most money.
Isn't any company, you know?
Well, no. Well, here's Sony has the perception we sold the most consoles. Microsoft makes the most money. They're good at getting the goddamn dollar. Back in the day, if in the Steve Ballmer and the Bill Gates era, it was if you wanted Microsoft products, you have to buy software. You have to buy Microsoft products.
Yeah.
This now was they want their software on as many platforms as possible. I was just reading an article right now. Now you can get the beautiful Microsoft phone Windows keyboard on iPhones now. Like Microsoft don't give a fuck. They want their software on every goddamn
everything is on software. I don't know if I told you this guys before, but I went to my local grocery store and they had the hot chocolate machine was using Windows.
And that's what they're all about, you know what I mean? So
everything uses Windows, even the payout checkers, all that shit. It's all Windows,
But I said it to say this, you know what I mean? I think that, like I said in the day, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and they have to have a better approach. Stop being so fucking scary. Be the fucking $1 trillion behemoth that you are. You know what I mean? Like, stop with all this ass kissing. You know what I mean? I miss the old school smug. You know, I understand. I like Phil, my man, but I miss Donnie, that smug bastard. You know what I mean?
You also gotta take it to heart. Look at all those developers who actually took their time, put all those man hours, sat down for years and years to come up with the idea of Xboxone. When they first came out to Kinect, everyone was bashing it, and the guy came out who helped design the Kinect. Look how he was talking about, like, he put all his work into it, and no one in the world appreciated it. That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of time.
But you know why though? Because
they didn't market it right.
That and the stigma that it had from last year. It was a bunch of fucking shovelware.
It was. It really was.
Last generation was the Kinect we're supposed to have right now. Look, and to be honest with you, that whole motion shit control, that shit has came and went.
That's why I felt like the Kinect and even the PlayStation VR should be separate from the consoles. The fact that you need a PS4 to use VR, I feel is stupid. You would have sold me on the fact that you have VR or Kinect and you have separate games, not need of a console. You plug it into your television or your receiver or whatever, and it just works through software. With the cloud, you know what I mean? So, it happens, but...
Like I said, it is what it is. Is there anything else we want to add to this before we get down? My man Dilly has to go to this. It's not going to be a long, shorter day.
Nah, good shit, brother. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, you got it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a little short today. Dilly has to get the hell out of here. But we catch you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Sharp. Yeah, it is what it is. We out here. Also, too, go by and check out the Xbox versus Ponies funny fucking show yesterday, and look out for Big Game and Small Talk this Sunday. And I'll give you links to everybody's channel here. Swear after these guys. We out here. Peace. Bacon grease.